Greetings YouTube, my name is alstoneman, and today we will be continuing our Let's Play of Professor Layton and the Curious Village. As suggested by Dada Alroy in the comments, I will be trying to redeem myself pertaining to the drum roll in the first episode that was a rather epic fail. So, today we will be playing Professor Layton and the Curious Village. Alright, now that was much better. Today we will be making our way to Reinhold Manor to meet Lady Dahlia in regards to the inheritance dispute. But first we will talk to our little short friend over here, whose name is Percy. Hello. I'm Percy, Mystere's unofficial return to residence. Reinhold Manor, you ask? Here's that road to the right. It's immense, so you'll know it when you see it. But before you go, why not try your hand at this puzzle I thought up? See if you can figure out which house is mine from the instructions I give you. I'll even sweeten the deal for you. If you manage to solve this puzzle, I'll tell you about this village. So, how about it? You will try, won't you? After all, a writer is nothing without an audience. Alright. So, this is puzzle number 4. Where's my house? It is worth 20 carats, so it's not too difficult. This puzzle reads, can you find my house? Go out the front door of my place and turn left. At the first intersection you come across, take a right. Then turn right again at the following intersection, and you'll come face to face with the morning sun. Circle my house. So, we're going to need to know basically one thing, or two things about this puzzle. That one, this map is facing north. And two, the sun rises in the east. So, there's two ways you can solve this. You can either A, work backwards like we're going to, or B, just try every single house and do what it says in the top, and but that's no fun, right? So, basically what we're gonna do is, because the sun rises in the east, and that's where we're gonna end up, we're gonna basically work backwards. So if we're looking east, and then we're going to take a right, so we're gonna turn left. Then we're gonna turn. Then we have to take another right, so we're gonna turn left again. And then we're going to take a. Oh dear, what are we doing here? Then we're gonna take a left, a left in the original instructions, which means we're gonna take a right here, which means the house we're looking for will be facing north. And if you analyze the map here, there's only one house that's facing the north. It is this one, and if you were just for demonstration purposes, if you go out the front door. Take a left, take a right at the first intersection, take a right again, and you are facing the east. So, that right there is Percy's house.
There we go.
Alright, so we are now 4-4 with puzzles. We are just puzzle pros. It is nothing even close. And, well, I mean, I really wouldn't advise you continuing, but I mean, I'll appreciate all the viewing. I'm not gonna read anymore because that voice is really, really irritating to me, and probably irritating to you as well. So, we're gonna take a right here, and we're gonna talk to this little jerk here. He's blocking the path up to Reinhold Manor. How terribly rude. I completely agree. Perhaps he'll move for us, but I have a feeling he has no intention of doing anything of the sort. Oh, dear. Alright.
Hold up. Never seen you two here before. What's a couple of fresh faces like yourself doing here?
We're here by invitation of the Reinholds. Now if you'll excuse us, we have business through the gate.
Business with the Reinholds, is that so? Something strange here. Yeah, you're a fishy pair,
What's the purpose of 2 M's? I don't understand it.
I don't trust you, that's so. But if I let you pass, we can solve this riddle, see? Just to warn you, it's a tough one. It isn't gonna be easy, is it? No way, definitely not gonna be easy.
Alright, so now we are on to puzzle number 6. Yes, I repeat, puzzle number 6. The puzzles are out of order. I can't say they're out of order, but there are hidden puzzles that you don't necessarily need to complete in order to finish the story. So we're just gonna, if we stumble upon hidden puzzles, we'll solve them. But until we, there's certain points in the game that you need to solve X amount of puzzles, so if we need to, we'll go back and solve more, but for now, we're just gonna, solve the puzzles we need to progress through the story. So, with that said, this puzzle reads, here we have 8 small weights that all look the same. However, one of the weights in the group is slightly lighter than the rest. Using the scale 2 times, you could figure out which of these 3 weights is lighter than the rest. So, which weight is the light one? So, there are basically 2 ways you can tackle this puzzle. If you haven't played this game before, what you would probably do, and this isn't this isn't the most efficient way to solve it, but it's a good method of attempting to find the answer. You would put you would fill both sides with weights. And since we're solving for the, since we're looking for the lighter one, we would take the 4 that have the lighter weight and split those up once more. And so that means either weight number 1 or weight number 2 is the lighter than the other 7. But that only gives us a 50-50 chance. And I don't want to take risks, considering that we're going to try to solve all of the puzzles on the first try. So, and there's a much more efficient method of doing this. You would put 3 weights on each side. This weight, because it might not seem like it at first, but this is really, really efficient. And then measure. Now these are equal. Now typically that doesn't happen, but we got lucky. So we're going to take all 6 of these off, since all of these are equal. And that leaves us with 7 and 8. We measure those, and 8 is the lighter one, which means weight number 8 is our answer. And if for anybody that's following along, that number, what am I looking for here? The weight number that's lighter changes every single time, so I wouldn't just answer number 8. I'd do the method because it would be different. Alright, so we're not going to read through that, because it's basically just describing what we did.
Hey, not half bad. Pretty sharp bunch, aren't you? Pair of good sharp apples to you.
So, have we satisfied you? Maybe pass now?
Of course you can pass. Move along, and you better make sure to give my regards to Lady Dahlia.
2 straight episodes we were instructed to give their regards to Lady Dahlia. That looks suspicious. See, I called it. Alright, we're going to make our way to Rhino Manor here. And we have a dude with a super long nose and purple lips. Just another person in St. Mystere. And just who you might be. Yeah, we're gonna give him a really, really high voice. My name is Layton, and this is my assistant. We've received an invitation to visit Rhino Manor. Ah, yes, yes. We've all been expecting you, Professor Layton. But you have to excuse my skepticism. Can't trust anyone these days, you know. For all I know, you could just be another hooligan at a top hat. I hate this. So how do you know that how do I know that you're real, Professor Layton? Did you hear that, Professor? The nerve of this fellow! Surely you aren't going to go through this after an insult like that. Now, Luke, settle down. Sir, are you saying that you'd like to test me to see if I'm the real Professor Layton? Precisely, Professor Layton. Now, if you don't mind, would you please solve this puzzle for me? Alright, so, we are on to puzzle number 7, Wolves and Chicks. This is worth 50 per carat, which is rather large for this point in the game. Alright, so this puzzle reads, this is a, classic puzzle. This puzzle reads, get the 3 wolves and 3 chicks seen below to the other side of the river while obeying these following conditions. No more than 2 animals can ride the raft at the same time. There must be at least 1 animal on the raft in order for it to move. And if more wolves than chicks stand either side of the river, the wolves will eat the chicks, and you'll have to start over. You can move the raft as many times as you like, but this feat can be accomplished in as few as 11 moves. Being the overachievers that we are, we're gonna get this in 11 moves. Alright, so, we're gonna start by pushing 2 wolves to the other side. We're going to push we're gonna get all 3 of the wolves over there. Now, we're gonna start the process of moving the chicks. Yeah, here we go. Move one of each over to this side. Move both the chicks to this side. Move the wolf there. 2 wolves, 1 wolf, and both wolves to the other side. And all 6 animals onto the right side in the minimum of 11 moves. We're just geniuses, right? So now we have 145 Pickerats. Or Picarats, either way. That's really bothering me. Somebody please tell me how to pronounce it. Well done. This puzzle can be solved in this few 11 trips. We already said that. Yeah, took us 11 trips. We're pretty smart. Fun fact time! There are several variations of this type of RZA crossing puzzle, and they've appeared in writings dating back to over 1,000 years ago. That's pretty bizarre if you ask me. Oh, do excuse my earlier rudeness. Let me show you to the manor. Everyone's waiting for you. Everyone? I was under the impression that Lady Dahlia was the only person expecting me. Right this way, please. Thanks for answering my freaking question, Raymond. Jerk. Alright. Is this the mana, Professor? Alright, here's a cutscene, but it's literally like 5 seconds in the real game, and it won't take us long here. So basically we're just opening the gate and seeing the big manor that is the Reinhold family estate. It's positively gigantic. Just look at the size of it. It certainly seems like we've come to the right place. Chapter 1 solved! Even though there wasn't really anything to solve. Alright, the Professor and Luke finally arrived at the Reinhold Manor. Let's head in, shall we? Yes, sir! Alright. Let's go into the house. Alright, so we have our little short fellow here. Welcome to Reinhold Manor. Thank you for coming. I am Matthew, butler and servant to the Reinhold family. Everyone is waiting upstairs for you. Before you go, I have a message from Lady Dahlia. She has requested that you take a look at this puzzle. Please do not be taken aback. Matter has the strangest sense of propriety sometimes. Alright, this is a classic matchstick puzzle. Sure you've seen variations of this. Maybe not this exact puzzle, but I'm sure everybody has done a matchstick puzzle once or twice in their lives before. Anyways, the matches below are arranged in the shape of a dog. This poor little guy was just minding his own business when a car came barreling down the road and ran him over. Rest in peace. Move 2 matches to change the picture so that it just shows the dog after the accident. Now here's where you gotta listen. All puzzles are a matter of perspective, so don't assume that you'll be looking at the dog from the side by the time you're finished with this one. Okay, so basically what we're trying to do is, they show the dog walking here, and he got ran over. So now we have to display what he'll look like after he's dead. So basically, if you haven't played this game before, this will be pretty difficult for you. But luckily, I've been around the block rather many times. So you have the dog here, and he's flat on the ground. So basically what they were saying about changing perspective is that you're looking from the side originally, but the solution, you're looking from the top. So that kind of gives you the impression. But, that basically says, the car flattened the poor dog. Let this be a lesson to beware your surroundings when driving. All you 18 or older folks out there, take the lesson. Don't run over a dog. It's absolutely correct. My commendations, sir. Again, I do apologize for the strangeness of the request. Now, please, walk this way! We mustn't keep Lady Dahlia and the company waiting. Alright, so one poor pooch is now in our puzzle index. We are going to head up the stairs and introduce ourselves to Lady Dahlia. If my memory serves me correctly, there's a cutscene here. Yes. So, I'm going to pause. I'll link the full speed version of this in the video. And this is a rather important one, so I would advise that you watch it. before we continue watching this episode. But anyways, I will be right back. Okay, cutscene isn't over yet, but I just like to acknowledge how funny it is to listen to these people talk, especially with the lag. Alright, I'm done. I'll shall return when the cutscene's over. Alright guys, I'm back. Basically what happened in that cutscene, if you don't want to watch it, basically we were introducing ourselves to Lady Dahlia rather slowly, and then there was a loud crash coming from somewhere outside the manor, and that allowed the cat in Lady Dahlia's arms to escape, who we found out the name of it is Claudia. So we're gonna give Dahlia a white girl voice. Well, honestly, why am I constantly surrounded by incompetence? This is a disaster. Whatever is the matter? Oh, this is simply terrible. My dear sweet baby, my Claudia. Your Claudia? Sweet, sweet Claudia. My little honeykins, my smoochie pie, my baby. Matthew. Alright, so we're gonna speak to Matthew here, considering that's who Lady Dahlia was calling. Lag. Madam, what is it? What in the world happened? My little Claudia got scared and ran off. Didn't you see her dart out of the room? I must have missed her. I'm terribly sorry, madam. Oh, you're just useless, aren't you? Professor, you didn't say much when my baby ran off to, did you? Your baby, madam? If you're referring to that white cat, I saw it run out of the door a moment ago. What? And you simply stood there and let her escape? Well, she is a cat. They are animals after all, and animals must run about from time to... Yo, fool! She is not just a cat, she has a name, and that name is Claudia Reinhold. She is a delicate flower, and she is simply a mess when I'm not close by to comfort her. Matthew! I need you to find Claudia and bring her back immediately. About this little inheritance problem of yours, Lady Dahlia. That can wait. Can't you see I'm having more pressing concern on our hands at the moment? You could have stopped her and you didn't, so you have a responsibility to find Claudia and bring her back. No, we don't, okay? I just like to acknowledge the fact Professor Layton's probably like 6'3", and this clot is less than a foot. This cat is less than a foot tall. I don't understand how we're supposed to like have the reaction time to bend down, grab the cat that's probably gonna scurry out of our hands anyway. So I really don't understand why we're being blamed for this. Sending the professor off to find a silly cat? The nerve! Who do you think you are? Haha, oh, it's fine, Luke. Besides, Lady Dahlia does have a point. It does seem like we let Claudia run off. Don't blame yourself for something you didn't do, Professor. Madam, if you'll excuse us, we have a cat to track down. Thank you, and please, Thank you, and please hurry. My Claudia is such a delicate flower, even the coarse outdoor air might prove too much for her. For Jesus Christ's sake, it's a cat! Chapter 2, The Fugitive Feline. Lady Dahlia's cat has escaped. Search State Mystere for the runaway feline. Save progress? No! Alright, so before we go, we have two people to talk to. We have the Toothpick and we have the Whale. We're gonna go with the Toothpick first. The name is Simon. Baron Reinhold's nephew. The father is his little brother Gordon there. Or rather, he was until he kicked the bucket, as they say. But I digress. So you're the famous Professor Layton? I thought you'd have more presence. Well, never mind that. I take you won't mind if I throw a puzzle your way. It shouldn't prove difficult for a man of your ability. Yes, if you're as good as they say, it shouldn't amount to much more than a distraction. You know what time it is? It's time for puzzle number 11! Arc and line. This is worth 20 per carats, which is relatively low for considering that if you don't have geometry skills, this would be pretty difficult. Alright, this puzzle reads, as shown in the diagram below, you have 1/4 of a circle. Within this circle is rectangle ABCD, which touches the edge of the circle at point D. Assuming that point B is located at the center of the circle, how long is diagonal line AC? So basically, we're finding the length of this red line right here. Now, you need to know basically one thing, or two things in this case. One, that this is the radius of the circle, which would equal 10 inches. 10 inches. Hey, good enough. And this line right here is equal to BD. That's all we need to know, because BD is a radius of the circle, which means it's equal to the B and then to this point, which is also a radius circle, which is 10 inches, which means this line is 10. And if this line is equal to AC, this means that AC is also 10 inches. And that gives us our answer, which is 10 inches. Right. That gives us our 200th per carat. That's a milestone. We should be honored. So this basically just explains that diagonal line AC is the exact same length as diagonal line BD. BD is the same length as the radius of the circle. So once you figured that out, the only thing left to do is add 5 and 5, which last time I checked is number 10. Oh, it appears that you're the real deal, Professor. I do apologize for doubting you there. It seems like you quite the mind for puzzles. But, how unfortunate that you must waste your time on one of these ridiculous cat chases. They happen all the time, yet every time the cat slips out, Lady Dahlia causes the biggest fuss. Don't even bother trying to talk it down. The best thing you can do is just go and find the cat. If you're as bright as they say, you should have no trouble tracking down one little cat, right? You know what, Simon? Nobody asked you, okay? So shut up. And last but not least, we have the whale. Dahlia sure is fond of that cat. I assume you're the favorite Professor Layton. Yes? Man, talking is quite the workout. My name is Gordon. I'm one of the people who originally requested your services. I'd like to explain the situation further, but right now it's probably best to deal with Lady Dahlia asks. Alright. So, now what we're going to try to do is find the little cat. Professor, look at these paintings on the wall here. There's Baron. Look at it. Check out that beard. It's a very nice portrait, isn't it? I bet that's the late Baron Reinhold picture there. But what about this one, Professor? Who could this pretty girl be? Ooh, somebody's got a crush. The two portraits are next to each other, so they're likely family. She's probably the Baron's daughter. That's exactly right, sir. You were looking at the portrait of Flora, the late Baron's daughter. Pardon me for asking. Oh, dang it. Pardon me for asking, but I couldn't help but notice your keen interest in art. Would you care to take this old frame with you? It used to hold the most wonderful painting. However, now all that's left of it is this small scrap. You found a painting scrap. So this is basically one of the 3 mystery functions in the briefcase. I'll explain it furthermore momentarily. So this is the piece of an old painting then? How interesting! Alright, so now we're back to under our own control. Basically, what this little thing here is, it's the painting function, and what this does, or painting, like, I'd consider it a mini game function, whatever you want to call it. Basically, throughout the story, we will find, pieces of this picture, or scraps of this picture, and, we can, oh, there's just it right there. There are 20 total pieces. Hopefully you can find them all and put them, all together at the end of the game, maybe. Yeah, we have a corner piece right here, but I'm honestly not sure, which corner this belongs to. But, anyways, we have 1 out of our 20 pieces. That's a great start. So we're going to look for Claudia the cat. And look who it is! Professor, there she is! And of course you freaking run away. Just wonderful. Drat, she ran off. We can't stop now. Let's give her chase, Luke. Uh-oh! Uh-oh! Look who it is! I just love his outfit here. So you got the purple hat, you got the purple thing, you got a red, I just love it. Ha ha ha! Blast that burns! Looks like the engine blew out. The engine to what? We will find out later. So this is it, Mystere. The famous stomping ground of the late Baron Augustus Reinhold. I wonder what kind of tricks the old coot set up in this village before he shuffled off. Oh, Layton, you ridiculous dandy. Just you wait. All the treasure you seek will be mine. Alright, so we will be looking for Claudia. We're not going to talk to Simon because he's another jerk. He's also another jerk. Uh-oh. You know what time it is? It's Herf time! Herf! Hey, you two! Help me out here, would you? I'm in a real pickle! What seems to be the problem, sir? Some knucklehead went and raised the bridge while I was on break! Herf! Then, as if it was bad enough, that chowderhead made off the road to Bridge Creek! Herf! Oh dear, so you mean to say... Herf! You got it, buddy. Until that thing shows up, no one's getting in and out of town. I'm still looking for the blasted crank, and I'm seeing too much red to get anything done. Herf! What kind of pug pulls a prank like this anyhow? Oh yeah, I found this duet on the street when I was looking for my crank. Got any idea what it is? You found a strange gizmo. Here's the second of the 3 little function slash minigames slash whatever the heck you want to call them. The vanishing crank was added to our mysteries. Wonderful. And look who it is. It's Claudia. Before we do that, before we look for Claudia though, we will be looking at our gizmo little thingy here. So throughout the game, we will also find gizmos. We have, I'm not sure with the exact number of total gizmos there are, but this is much easier than the puzzle because all you have to do is click it and it automatically snaps into place. So that's fun, and hopefully we will find all of the gizmo pieces so we can have our little. I'm just gonna let it go because that'll be it's not really a spoiler, but hey, it'll be a nice surprise. But. Judging by our time, I'm afraid we'll have to stop this episode now. So next episode, we will be, continue and probably finish our search for Claudia the cat. Here she is. And, hopefully we'll see what mysteries await us after that. I would like to wish everybody and their families a happy Thanksgiving. I'm thankful to be able to share what I love, which is video games, with all you guys out there. Let's have a wonderful holiday. This is alstoneman signing off. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.